We're reading from 58 and then 59 and we're finished. You can barely see me. I'm out here on my skateboard. That's some shit. Guys. I'm on my Daniel fast, but I'm only going to drink water today. Because God told me just to don't eat anything today. Oh my gosh. I cannot even see myself. Oh, okay, there's good enough. Okay, so here we go. Who I am, he is a quiet and reserved man, and I am outspoken. He is contemplative, and I usually act and then think. But God, grace is gracious. We don't argue or fight. We realize that God is a God of mercy and grace, and he didn't have to bless us, but he did. Can't see this. Let me go. He But he did. When the school where I was employed, let's just stay on the, let's go skateboard around. Because I can't get the right lighting. Okay. When the school where I was employed wanted to expand the Riverside area, we moved to San Bernardino and began attending the Riverside area. We moved to San Bernardino and began attending the African Methodist Episcopal Church in the June of 2006. There was a new pastor at the church, but he readily received us. I became the director of the women's ministry. In 2008, I was asked by the pastor if I would take a preaching engagement in Victorville. My husband and I went and found a small group of people worshiping in the community center. They were very congenial to my husband, and I thought, where am I? To my husband, and I thought the service went well. Not long after this, I received a call from the presiding elder stating that the church requested that I become their pastor. I discussed this with my husband, and I have to pay attention to the ground. My husband and I thought the service went well. Not long after this, I received a call from the presiding elder stating that the church requested that I become their pastor. I discussed this with my husband, and he felt that it would be too much for me driving to Moreno Valley, where the new school was located. I spoke to my pastor, and he described the situation in detail. The pastor had 5 pastors in 6 years and were fragmented, disappointed, and only 8 members remained. I considered all of the facts. I was leaning toward passing this one by until I heard the report from the pastor who supplied the church from 1 year when Bishop asked where the people. She responded, they are discouraged. She described the area, the few remaining members, and almost impossibility of the sustaining church under those conditions. I heard her report. I also heard the Holy Spirit say to me, they are sheep without a shepherd. I knew then and there that God was calling me into Victorville. I was appointed on the last day of annual conference. I moved to Victorville from San Bernardino, and we began having Bible study in the homes and meet in the community center on, it's the last page, okay, Sunday. One of the members of the broadcasting company and needed to fill radio programs and slots, and I wanted to get the gospel out and help. At the same time, this radio internet broadcast goes into 2 prisons throughout the Victor Valley area and around the world. By 2010, our church moved into our rented facility. Oh, excuse me. I have to stretch after this. And our we began to grow from return, others joined. I am proud to have been set back as pastor for 3 years. The stages of development have all been accomplished in my life except old age. I have the scriptures that God will not abandon me because I'm not as productive as I used to be. Because I am not the productive as I used to be. Psalm 71, 5:18. For you have been my hope. Sovereign Lord. Psalms 7. My confidence since my mouth from birth. I have relied on you. You brought me forth from my mother's womb. I will ever praise. You. I have become like a portent to many, but you are my strong refuge. My mouth is filled with praise. Your praise declaring your splendor all day long. Do not cast me away when I am old. Do not forsake me when my strength is gone. For my enemies speak against me. Those who wait to kill me conspire together. They say God has forsaken him. Pursue him and seize him, for no one will rescue him, but not far from me. Oh God, come quickly. Oh my God, to help me.